Well, now, okay, now let me tell you something about points. Uh, okay. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It's me, Michael Santa. I am here with you. As a title, you know where we are roasting. You get right. And now we are roasting against Nirmala Sitharaman as an honorable financial minister of India. Okay. Now, here is the points that why I am roasting Nirmala Sitharaman. Okay? Well. Actually, here I got a points. Well, in the last live stream, I have roast in that points, but at the last points, I had no times to explain that where I am feeling fault and where I am where there is a fight between the Indian rich community versus Nirmala Sitharaman. Okay, particularly Mukesh Ambani and Ratan Tata. Well, and here we would like to have two live stream in one day. So perhaps views would be reduced more than before. And now here we can say who is Ratan Tata. Well, here I can play that Ratan Tata, and well, here I have to public Mukesh Ambani, and here I have to public the some points. And what is the points? Perhaps here I am missing the. Oh, okay. Well, and here you can see what is okay. Here we can see what is internet policies. Well, now now here I am talking about why Nirmala Sitharaman's contains a tax policy against our Mukesh Indian rich people, and how that income tax policy would have a bad effort on the economy of India. Well, and here and the next points, I have to restore it by the way. Okay. Well, yes, here we can, now I am showing the points, and here you can see Well, perhaps the live streaming would be end at 10 minutes. Perhaps. Okay. Now here, as we have said, that if an Indian man can income more than 24 lakh in Indian rupees, he have to pay 30% income tax of for every income of him. Okay. Well, above 24, and now see what is above 24 lakh rupee Indian rupee as an income. Well, there is no limit. That means that can be 11 trillion United States dollars. Okay. And now here you can see Nirmala Sita, where Nirmala Sitharaman income tax policy contains communisms. Well, before income tax, kinetic power, car kinetic power for 30 minutes was 4.62 em. Oh my God. Well, as car kinetic power for 30 minutes that was 2.58 into 10 to the power 14 kilowatts. But after the income tax, car kinetic power for 30 minutes is 3.51 E into 10 to the power 13 kilowatts. Well, and here you can say that before income tax, car velocity was 288,000 km per second, but after income tax, car velocity became 201,600 km per second. Okay. Well, now when Ratan Tata net worth contains 11 trillion United States dollars. Hence, accordance with the Nirmala Sitaraman income tax policy, Ratan Tata would pay 7.7 trillion United States dollars. Okay. Well, Salam. You have want to say sir? Okay. Dear sister Munni, Salam. But the problem is that the first part of your name is just non-Islamic. You have to change it if you want to claim yourself as a Muslim. Okay? Well, my name is okay because my name is written in the Holy Quran, Surah Baqarah, at number 98. But the first part of your name is written neither any Quran nor any Hadith or nor any small authentic Islamic scriptures. Hence, you have to change your first part of your name. Okay. Well, now here you can say. Okay. Just 2 minutes. Well, I am going to. Here I have problems of. Okay. Well, here is a disturbance is clear. But now, okay. Well, you can have a point, sir. Well, now what is meaning of car velocity? Well, car velocity is nothing, just you can share, you can travel how much distance per 1 seconds or 1 milliseconds, that can define your car velocities. Okay. Now here you can see if your car can travel 288 kilometers per 1 milliseconds, that means your car velocity is 288,000 kilometers per second. Okay. Well, and now here we can see, well, now let me consider myself as an Indian just only for a demonstrations. Well, now here I have to travel from Mumbai to New York for for the purpose of study in MIT, okay, or any American universities. I have to study. Well, here distance is well, here we can say the distance is 12 kilometers. I apologize. The distance is 12,000 kilometers. Well, now as I can say, when my car velocity is 500 kilometers per hour, what is the meaning? That means I can travel from Mumbai to New York in 24 hours. Well, that means 2 days, because night 24 hours I have to sleep. But if my velocity is 1000 kilometers per hour, that means I can travel from Mumbai to New York in 12 hours. And now let me explain clearly. If my velocity, car velocity is that I can travel 1000 kilometers per 1 minute, that means I can travel from Mumbai to New York to study in MIT in 12 minutes. Okay? But now we have a car velocity of 288,000 kilometers per hour. Oh, I apologize. We have a car velocities of 288,000 kilometers per second. Well, now let me see that what is the meaning. Oh, okay. Here is the meaning is that, well, I can travel from okay, I can travel from Mumbai to New York in 42 milliseconds. Well, now how could I calculate it? Well, that is very simple. So I can explain it. Well, my calculation is that well, 2000 from Mumbai to New York travel distance is 12,000 kilometers, and here my car velocity is almost 96% velocity of light. Hence, I can travel with the velocity I can travel from the Mumbai to New York in 42 milliseconds. Okay, please turn off your live, otherwise channel should be deleted. Okay. Uh, well, it is the notifications. Okay. I don't know why is the notifications. Well, hi, salam. Here, I don't know if that is notifications or something else. I think I would check it about the Gmails. Okay. Now let me see. Here you can say on the points. Email. Okay. Here I got a channel's name notifications. I don't know why. Please turn off your channels. Okay. Now, why would I turn off? Dear notifications, could you tell me that why would I turn off my channels? Well, I did not say anything wrong. Okay. But perhaps you would say something wrong if we are talking about say something right. Okay. Well, I know who is the persons. Okay. Now here you can see what is the points, and now here you can see that was before the okay that was before the income tax policy. Well, and after the income tax policy, well, here is an affections on Tata industry. Here is a bad affection on Tata industry. And how there was a bad infection of Tata Industries. The bad infections of on the Tata industry is just like that. Okay. Bad infections on now the car velocities can be almost 201.6 thousand kilometer per second. Well, after the income tax policy set by Nirmala Sitaraman. Okay, perhaps Nirmala Sitaraman's committee is active on my channels. I don't know why, because here is only 10 views and stop. But in that times, Nirmala Sitaraman are active on my channels. Just because I am saying the truth that what income tax communism can be effect on our Indian economy. Well, and now let me see what is okay. Now I would like to say what is the points. Here we can say uh, 1.43. Okay. Well, before income tax, I can travel from my Dhaka, Mumbai to New York in the purpose to study in MIT in 42 milliseconds, just because of velocity would be 96% speed of velocity of light. But here we can have a problems, and that would be that when we can travel from Mumbai to New York in the purpose to study. Well, our travel time would be 60 milliseconds in lieu of 42 milliseconds, because of Nirmala Sitaraman's income tax communism. Well, here I have a tax effects. Here I have a tax effects, and the tax effects is that, well, I could travel 60 milliseconds in lieu of 42 milliseconds. Okay, let's see about the real times. Okay, before income tax communism, well, with Tata airplanes, we could travel from Mumbai to New York in 12 hours, while the airplane would contain almost 12 hours, 1000 kilometers per hour. But now, here would be a problems, and I would face what I would face. Let me see. Well, oh my Adonai. Okay. Well, the problem I would face is that in before the income tax communism by policy by Nirmala Sitharaman, I could travel from in I could travel from Mumbai to New York in the purpose to study in 12 hours because the distance was 12,000 kilometers and our Tata airplane velocity was 1,000 kilometers per hour. But now, after our income tax policy, if everything would be maintained as a okay, well, now I have to travel from Mumbai. Now I have to travel from our Mumbai to India to uh, New York of the United States of America in almost half of 17 hours because here our travel time would be at 60 because here we can see our travel time our travel velocity would be almost 700 kilometer per hours with the same ticket rate of the plane. I mean the same expenditure on the seat of the airplane. Well, there is no possible for Tata airplane to have a velocity more than 700 kilometers per hour, and that is the problem in here. Okay. Well. Now I got a clear points. Okay, the clear points is that when I would roast tulsi kabar, that is okay. When I would roast any American minister, that is okay. When I would roast even any European minister, that is okay. Even when I would roast woke anti-national British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, that is also okay. But when I am roasting the communist Nirmala Sitaraman, okay. When I am roasting the communist Nirmala Sitaraman, that means it creates problems. Well, there is a channel names they called herself notifications. Well, they call herself notifications and send me a message that please turn off your live, otherwise your channel would be deleted. Okay. First of all, if there is a notification channel, I would got some notification from YouTube Studio. Well, first of all, YouTube Studio would not send me notification through the comments of live. They have a process by emails, they have a process by on YouTube Studio. Well, if I make some mistakes, they would notify me on Studio and they would notify me on on my channels. As a separate notification systems. But the problem is you have to notify that, well, I could not get notification from the points. Well, if I could get notifications, then I would, well, here I am checking the Google email, and let's see what is the result. Okay, here is a social media for that. Well, I am roasting Nirmala Sitharaman new live on my channels. Well, but what is about my YouTube notification would be on my email updates. But here we can see email updates did not update. Here is no YouTube update on my emails, but as a comment box, notifications. Here is a channel name notifications. Send me a message. Please turn off your live or your channel would be deleted. Okay. And here is the first point. Now let's see on the second point. Second point is that, well, here the notification, the channel named notification has a comment batch, their own comment batch. Okay. Now the problem is that when the notification points would be our channel commentator, well, when the notification would be options would be our fans, it is not possible, because if notification would send me the, well, some message, there would not be any channel batch. Now, I don't say if that was hacker or not. Okay. Now here we can say, well, now here let's focus on the second points. Well, the income for the income tax, before income tax policy, well, when the car velocity is 288,000 km per second, car kinetic power for 30 minutes is almost 2.58 into 10 to the power 14 kilowatt. Okay. Now, as we know what is watt, well, per each 1 second, how can I do my work with a certain joule of energy? That is my power. Well, and here I have finished a fraction of work in 1 second. Well, here I have a kinetic energy for a certain watt per 1 second. That is my kinetic power. Okay, now the Before income tax, the car kinetic power for 30 minutes was 2.58 into 10 to the power 14 kilowatt. Uh, 10 to the power 14 kilowatts. But after income tax, car kinetic power for 30 minutes is 3.51 into 10 to the power 13 kilowatts. Because before the income tax, car velocity was 96%, 96% of the velocity of light. But now Nirmala Sitharaman said on said her income tax communism policy, communist policy on the car profits of Ratan Tata. Now to got a same profits, now car velocity can be almost 66,000, almost 66% velocity of light. And here is the problem. Okay. Hence, the kinetic power for 30 minutes is 3.504 into 10 to the power 13 kilowatts. Okay. And now here you can say, well, I am feel so weakness. I feel some fevers because I feel some fear that a channel name notifications has threatened me. Well, perhaps I don't know if that is not original notification or a channel name of notification. I don't know. Okay. And now here we can say, well, we know the okay. Here we can see 10 to the power 1. Now as an aeroplanes, you can see the aeroplane's weight is just 160, okay, 200,000 kilograms. That would be okay. But when the velocity is 1000 kilometer per hour, that means I can say that would be considered as a Newtonian kinetic energy. Okay. Now, when velocity is 1000 kilometer per hour, that means velocity square is 1 million kilometer square per hour square. Okay. And now now when the Tata airplane weight is 200,000 kilograms, when still half of Tata airplane weight is 100,000 kilometer. Just for 2 minutes, I would still talking. Okay, and here Tata contains half of Tata airplanes weight would be 1 lakh kilograms. In my voice, that is 100,000 kilograms. Now, let me see. We know that 1 million square is 1 trillion. Because when we square 1 million, that means 1 year 6 whole square. Well, after E, here we can see 6 multiplied by 2. That hence we can say that 1 square of 1 million is 1 trillion. Okay. Now, what is 1 lakh? I mean 100,000. 100,000 is 1 million divided by 10. Okay. And now, when I would say 1 million divided by 10, here is my choice. Okay. 1 million divided. Well, and now here we can say the kinetic energy is we can say the kinetic energy is 100 billion, because the square of 1 million is 1 trillion, and 1 lakh, I mean 100,000 is 1 million divided by 10. Hence 1 trillion divided by 10 is 100 billion. Okay. That is the kinetic energy for a Tata aeroplane, where the weight is 200,000 kilograms and velocity is 1,000. And now here is the points. Well, now I have to say something like some points. Here is my today's mobile. I mean the today's calculators. Now we know that kinetic power as a word. What is word? Simple. That is joule divided by seconds. Okay. Now here travel time is 12 hours, because velocity is 1,000 kilometer per hour, and the distance between Mumbai, Indians, and the New York City of United States of America. Here you can see okay. Here you can see that is 12. That is travel time is 12 hours. Now let's see what is the kinetic powers. What is the kinetic power? Okay. Now let's check 100 divided by 12 divided by 36 hundredths. Now, okay, let's see. That is 2.314. Okay, that is almost 2.315 milliwatt. That was the kinetic power, and that was was before the income tax. That was before income tax on communism on Ratan Tata aeroplanes. But now here you can see well, Tata aeroplanes contains to have the same benefits profits. Tata aeroplane can contains only 700 kilometer per hour. That is the problem. Well, and here we can see hence we know the kinetic energy. Well, now you can say how we know the half of Tata aeroplane is 100,000 kilograms because Tata aeroplane weight was 200,000 kilograms. And here you can see now Tata airplane contains a velocity of 700 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now let's see. Well, what is 100 square? Now let me see. Because 700 is just 7 multiplied by 100. Now we know the 7 square is 49. Now let me check what is 100 square. 100 square is 10,000. Because 1e2 square is 1e4. 1e4 means 10,000. Well, and 100,000 means 1e5. Now, what is multiplication between 1e5 and 1e4? That is 1e9. That means 1 billion. Now, we know 7 square is 49. Now here you can see okay. Now here you can see that well, header is already on the reddies. Okay. 49 divided by well. Now we know that 1. Okay. Now you can see 12,000. That is the distance between Mumbai, Indians and New York of the United States of America. And now velocity is almost velocity is almost 700 kilometer per hour. That means the travel time is 7. That means the travel time is 7 almost half of 1700. Oh, I apologize, half of 17 hours. Okay. Now let's see 49 billions divided by half of 17 hours divided by 3600. Okay. Well, now here you can see. Well, that is well, that is almost here we can say that is 2 point well, that is 2.3. Well, I apologize, that is 0.7 milliwatts, where 2.318 milliwatts and where 0.78 milliwatts. There is a huge difference. Well, now let me see why was the difference between that. The difference between the problem is nothing but Nirmala Sitharaman income tax communist policy. Now, how I could say Nirmala Sitharaman can imply the income tax communist policy. Well, you know the previous okay, you know what was the previous day. Well, in the previous live stream, when we are roasting the Nirmala Sitharamans, well, now when we are roasting the Nirmala Sitharamans, here we have said that what is the educational qualification of Nirmala Sitharaman as a financial ministers of India. Well, as a financial ministers of India. Well, the educations of Nirmala Sitharaman is shocking that 1980 to the calendar of 1980 that was okay. We can say that Nirmala Sitharaman was brilliant. We agree that. But Nirmala Sitharaman, here we can well, but now here is the problem, and the problem was that in 1984, Nirmala Sitharaman's well passed out as a student of Masters of Arts and Masters of Philosophy in Economics in Jawaharlal Nehru University. And Jawaharlal Nehru University is notorious to spread anti-India. Well, even anti-India, well, is okay for Americans, but problem is that Jawaharlal Nehru students are notorious not only anti-India but also the European anti-nationalism and anti-Judaism. Well, and here is was a news. I don't know the news was deleted or not. Here was a news. The news was as Jawaharlal Nehru University students are prohibited to stay in any place of the United States of America because they are involved in the protest to support Palestinian terrorists. Well, support communism. Here was they want to support the communism in the United States of America. Uh, Here is that is the reputations of Jawaharlal Nehru University. And now our question is then what is Nirmala Sitharaman income tax policy for Indian rich people? Well, now here is the questions. The question is that why am I saying about 7.7 trillion United States dollars as an income tax in India? Why I have said that? Well, here is just because that, well, the Tata Consulting Service Company contains the net worth of almost 11 trillion United States dollars. Well, perhaps it is the combinations of okay, I don't know. Well, perhaps it is the combinations of England, Germany, and China's combined gross domestic products. I have said perhaps, not absolutely. Well, because you know that well, actually England, Germany, and Russia. Well, because you know that Germany economies contains 4 trillion United States dollars as gross domestic product. England contains 3 trillion United States dollars as a gross domestic product, and below them there is perhaps another country that contains almost 2 trillion United States dollars as gross domestic products. Well, okay, as gross domestic, you can say here is gross domestic. Tata Consulting Service Company contains net worth as several countries' combined gross domestic products. Well, but now as we are discussing about today's income tax policies in India, well, if you and your company can earn annual income as more than 24 lakh Indian rupees, you have to pay. Okay. Well, here is I have mistaked some things. Well. Here is when you have paid 30% income tax. Well, I have mistaken in calculating income tax because I have mentioned 7.7 trillion United States dollars. Okay. Well, but still, after paying income tax, Tata Consulting Service would contain 7.7 trillion United States dollars. That means The income tax is 3.3 trillion in United States dollars. Okay. Now I'll say my mistakes. I express my mistakes to calculations about income tax. Okay. And now, but still, here is an effectiveness of our economy of India's. Well, because Tata Consulting Company is worldwide, is an Indian company, but it can be operated in worldwide. It can be operated in England, it can be operated in Germany, it can be operated in China, and it can be operated in United States of America. Okay? And even it can be operated in perhaps Italy. Now, here is the points. Well, and here is the points. And now, and here is the points, and it is a dangerous points for us because as Ratan Tata because Tata Consulting Service content net worth as 11 trillion United States dollar. That is above than annual income level of 24 lakhs Indian rupees. Okay, now let me see. Okay, now you can see me. What is 24 lakh Indian rupees? Okay. Well, that well, if your annual income is above 26,666 United States dollar per year, you have to pay 30% tax. Well, now here I would say everything as United States dollars, because now here is the points is now here is points that where is communism? Okay. Uh, 19. Well, well, now here is the problem, and the problem we have faced. Let me share you. Well, if our income is if our annual income is, well, now what is okay, now I have to research on it again. 396 396 000 divided by 12, 330. Well, and here is 90. Well, okay, Now let me see if your monthly income is almost, what is your monthly? Your monthly income is almost 300 United States dollars as your monthly income. Well, as your yearly income, your okay, your yearly annual income is 3,600 United States dollars. Well, then you can have a right that you would not pay any single Indian paisa as an income tax. It is your right. But if your income is, if your annual income is above 26,667 United States dollars, well, now here you can face the problems. Okay. Now, what is the facing problem? Well, if your income is 26,667 United States dollar, that means as an annual income, that means you have to pay 800 United States dollars as an annual income tax in India. Well, in Indian rupees, we have discussed discussed it previously, but now as United States dollar, we are discussing it because our Indian company Tata Consulting Service contains a net worth of 11 trillion United States dollars. Well, as I have said, as I have seen, well, here is a disclaimer, and disclaimer is that, well, when I see the disclaimer, the net worth of Tata Consulting Service, it is that net worth of Tata Consulting Service that I have seen in accordance with August 2, 2025 or August 3, 2025. Here is that is the updates, and when you can check what is the net worth of Tata Consulting Service, well, it can be below than 11 trillion United States dollars or above than 11 trillion United States dollars. Well, and and now I could see that Tata Consultants Company contains almost 11 trillion United States dollars. Here, income tax is 3.3 trillion United States dollars. Okay. Here is now here we can say what is irony in our country. Well, we can say the irony, and the irony is that, okay, what is our points? Okay, it is 1 hour 10 minutes. I have no future in the ponds. Okay, let's see that. Well, here we can see what is what is our past effects on economy in India. I am trying to explain with Tata Consulting Service, where income tax is almost 3.3 trillion United States dollars. Well, now in India, here is the problem. So when your earning is well 300, well, if your month, if your annual income is 3,000 United States dollars, you have to pay none of any Indian paisa as an annual income tax. But when your annual income is 26,667 United States dollars, your annual income tax is 8,001 United States dollars. Okay. And now, when an order individual Indians or some Indian communities, when an individual Indians contains annual income of 3,000 United States dollars, he can have a right that he would not pay any single paisas to our revenue ministry as annual income tax of India. But, well, when your annual income becomes almost 27,000 United States dollars, then I apologize, you have to pay 900. I apologize, but you have to pay 9,000 United States dollars as annual income of India in 2025. Now, everything I am saying is for the calendar 2025. Hi. And the month is July and August. And I don't think it would be relatable even for September or October of the 2025 or the entire calendar from 2026. Okay. Now here you can see okay. Well, and that was the greatest problem, and that is the perhaps the greatest threat from Nirmala Sitharaman income tax communism systems. And I don't think so she would promote even the capitalism or not. I don't think so. Just for 2 minutes. Or perhaps the light would be end automatically. I don't know. Okay. Uh, and now here is the points we have to face as our points. But well, where am I? Oh, I am in the points where if your annual income is 27,000 US dollars as an individual Indian, you have to pay 9,000 United States dollars as an income tax for of India in accordance with the record of July month of July or month of August in the calendar of 2025. Okay. Hi. Now the problem is that well your annual income is 27,000 United States dollars, but it is not necessary that your capability is to pay 9,000 United States dollars as a income tax in India. But the problem is that well even if you as a well and now here the problem is that well if your income is 27,000 United States dollars as an annual income, but some of the balance financial issues, well, your annual payment contains short of one missing only of one United States cent. Then the problem is you would be the income tax corrupt person of the Indians. Well, and here it is the problem created by Nirmala Sitharaman. Okay. And what about Tata Consulting Service? Okay. Tata Consulting Service is under the research, business research and scientific business research and development by the family of by the Tata family. Well, there is a scientific business family. And now here you can see we would have a problems. Well, and now you can see that 11 Tata family would have to research that how can they improve their business with the new project. Well, you know that every businessman wants to have a profit in business with providing more value than the products. It is the rules of businessmen, every businessman. Well, I don't know what is the policies of Nirmala Sitharaman's favorite businessman. I don't know. Okay, and now, well, now here you can say, well, here I have a record for 2 days. As a record, Tata Consulting Service contains 11 trillion United States dollars. Well, because it cannot be operated only in India, it can be operated worldwide. Okay, it can be operated in Europe, it can be operated in America, it can be operated in Australia. Okay, but well, and the British brand Jaguar is under Tata Consulting Service. Okay, now here you can see well now I could not speak what we Indian businessmen are encountering the income tax communism. Okay. Well, now if I have an extra character in titles, I would have write that communism exposed. Well, and now here is our policies. We can write that. Now here we can see 400 trillion United States dollars. Well, and as Nirmala Sitharaman income tax communist policy, well, Tata family are at stakes. Well, there is no doubt that as my today's records, there is no doubt that Tata Consulting Service Company contains net worth of 11 billion United States dollars. But perhaps they are not in circumstance that they can pay even 11,000 United States dollar as an income tax for Indian government or not, I don't know. Because every time Indian business, every businessman policy is that, well, here is my business, and how can I grow my business with profits and with providing more value than our products and service. Please. Here our we have to have our profit. And here our research and development department works. Okay, for sometimes we have a net worth of 11 trillion United States dollars, but we don't have any single Indian rupees. We don't have any single Indian rupees uh, to pay as an income tax. And what was the reason? Reason is we have to pay every money in our research and development. Anyway. Everything is okay? Yes, that is okay for me. Okay, here we have to pay research and development. Okay. Here we have to pay research and development as we can do. Well, here is research and development. And now the problem is that, well, every money of our network has been spent on research and development. That how can we grow our company with providing more value than our service and products cost. And here sometimes our Tata company motto is always that how can we do that even if our Tata car cost 1 million United States dollar, and to be expensive for our companies. Here is a point that the motto is that the customers review would say that I actually win by buying your car. Okay, and here is a businessman motto that even the car would cost 1 million United States dollars. Customer would say, I actually win by buying your car. Okay. And now the problem is, accordance with Nirmala Sitharaman income tax communist policy in 2025, we got the problems, and the problem is that we got the problems, and the problem is that Nirmala Sitaraman passed the order of 3.3 trillion United States dollars for Tata Consulting Service Company. Well, that means, in any for 10 years, every year in every year, Tata consultants service contains net worth of 12 trillion, 11 trillion United States dollars. Well, well they have to pay 3.3 trillion United States dollars. But in any years, Tata Consultants Service Company could not pay income tax because of the research and development project in Tata Consultants Service. That means accordance with Nirmala Sitharaman, the Communist Finance Minister of India. Well, here communist does not mean the Communist Party. Well, in in any parties like the BJP and Congress, there can be individual communist persons. Because in motto 1947, Jawaharlal Nehru brings independence in India. In perhaps of communist finance systems as a promise. Okay, and now here you can see the problem we can face. Well, that is more dangerous than us. Okay, now let me see what is the most dangerous for us. You can write the way. Okay, and well, here we can see. Well, the topic is now is very dangerous. Well, Tata family can be considered as a income tax corrupt family in India if any Tata Consultant Service Company could not pay 3.3 trillion United States dollar just because they spend 11 trillion United States dollars in the research and development. Well, and here that is the problem. That is the largest problem for businessmen. Okay. Well, now I have a bad goosebumps just because here we can see here is we have seen two comments from the repeater a channel named notifications. Well, that if I would not turn off my live stream, my channel would be deleted. Well, that means they have still trading me. Okay, I personally have a respect for Ratan Tata, Mukesh Ambani, Gautam Adani, and Ajit Doval and Narendra Modi. I personally respect Adityanath Yogi as a Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh of India. Here is my personally respect. But here is no chance that I can even respect Nirmala Sitharaman's concept. Because here is a income tax communist policies. Is we have seen clearly. Well, now I am saying the reality of Nirmala Sitharaman income tax communist policy. I am saying, okay. Now here is trend is Operation Sindur. Here is a trend, and here is a trend of Operation Smadev. And we would respect for Operation Smadev just because of Foreign Minister Jaishankar and Ajit Doval. Okay. Now, I would say when the Nirmala Sitharaman was our defense minister, then what would our points? And here I would have a disclaimer in the starting points as here is only some hypothesis, but it would be some another lives. For the lives, here we can. Okay. Well, and for the lives, here we can say that what is the threat for Bharatiya Janata Party governments is waiting. We have no ideas because now every Indian businessman is tells they have been with anxiety because of the income tax communist policies, and you can see what would we have a bad effect on that. But I don't know what would be going on because perhaps nowadays Nirmala Sitharaman as the Financial Minister of India, they contents PR actives on they contents PR actives on our Indian systems. They have a PR actives. A PR means personal relations agency. And the problem is that well, here PR agency is now being active minute by minute. Well, I don't know why. Okay. I have no mood for continuing the live streams. Okay, but now when my live stream is with title of Nirmala Sitharaman versus Mukesh Ambani and Ratan Tata, but Mukesh Ambani and Ratan Tata, but now after live stream I would edit the titles because we have talking the live stream only about the topic of Nirmala Sitharaman versus Ratan Tata. Well, I don't know what the communist finance ministry would angry against us. Well, because here is only one person as me who are criticizing Nirmala Sitharaman communist income tax policies. Yes. There as no YouTuber outside India we are talking, we are criticizing the communist income tax policy. Well, most of them sadly are in the same zone, and some of them are supporting communist income tax policies. But here we have we are worried about our Indian businessmen, and now here one of businessmen is Ratan Tata. Okay. Well, and as we are alone, I am alone. I got two comments as a threat to turn off my live stream. Otherwise, my channel would be deleted. And now I am afraid that what would I do? Okay. See you then. Khuda Hafiz. Love you.